In this video, we are going to look at how to communicate in the IB NYP exam software. So we'll take an example of this question from November 2022. It's question number 4 and it has a video at the beginning, and the video also has a script. So you don't need to watch the video again and again. You can just read the script and move forward. So let's play the video to see what it's about.
Storage units in the shape of a square-based prism are available to be purchased. When a storage unit is delivered to the home, it is lifted into place. The dimensions of the storage unit must be chosen carefully, otherwise it may not be possible to lift it into place.
Alright, so this video was basically about a storage unit that needs to be lifted from the bottom position of laying down up to the vertical position, and if it is not small enough, it will hit the ceiling. So we need to make calculations for that. Now, this is our first question. This is question number 4. The storage unit has to be lifted from position 1 up to position 2. What is going to be the transformation? So always remember, whenever you talk about a transformation, you want to talk about the name of the transformation first and all of the qualities that are essential to that transformation. So this is going to be a case of rotation because you are turning. So now at first you want to tell that it's a rotation. And to describe a rotation, you basically need 3 things: the angle of rotation, the direction of rotation, and the center of rotation. So this is a rotation. That's how we start. The angle of rotation is 60 degrees. That's the angle of rotation, but I haven't mentioned the direction of rotation, which is clockwise or anti-clockwise. So I need to see that the motion is going in an anti-clockwise direction. So this is going to be the answer, anti-clockwise. Okay, now why is this 60 degree? Because from the bottom position up till this position I have moved 30 degrees, and from this 30 degrees all the way till 90 degrees I'll turn 60 degrees further. So it's 60 degrees angle of rotation, and the center of rotation, which is like the center of the circle around which I am rotating, that is this right corner of the base. So that is basically where the center of rotation is, and you need to mention all of these 3 points to get the full marks. So this is an example of a question where you just type in your answers. You can type in bullet points, or you can type in as one complete sentence, or you can type in as I have typed. Okay, the next question, let's basically try to erase all of these things because I actually want to write them myself. Alright, so first of all, if you see this question over here, x is basically the base, the square base, the length of the square base, and h is the height of the storage unit. You want to tell and show that your storage unit cannot be lifted into the vertical position, which is only possible if this white dotted line is higher than the height of the ceiling. Okay, so let's calculate this white dotted line, and if it turns out to be more than 230, I will say that this storage unit cannot be lifted into the room. Okay, so I need to apply Pythagoras theorem over here, where the white dotted line is my hypotenuse. Alright, so hypotenuse square. So just see how I apply a square. I should not call it as x square because x is the square base. So let's call it as hypotenuse square. So click the power button again. Is equal to, right, h square plus x square. Now writing down any formula does not have any marks, so I am not gonna write that. I'm just gonna directly insert 50 square and 225 square. Okay, so 50 square, click it again, plus 225 square. Alright, so I've basically inserted everything in the correct format without any mistakes. Do not use this as a power sign. This is totally incorrect. And you could have inserted this statement that I have inserted by pressing this button over here, which is the editor that allows you to type in math in the correct format. So I could have said hypotenuse square, that's how you insert a square. Then press the right key, it will come down automatically, like the cursor will come down. Press an equal to sign, is equal to 50 base a square. Again press the right key, and then 225, then press a square again. Okay, and when you press confirm enter, it will basically copy paste the same thing in the answer space in the correct format. Now you know that now you want to solve this question. Okay, and for solving this question you simply want to write down the calculation. So for performing the calculation I need to open the calculator, and for opening up the calculator I need to press the calculator button and perform the calculation in the correct format. So this is the calculator. and I'm simply going to type in my calculation, which we all know is going to be 50 square plus 225 square. Now notice I'm using my keyboard to type in the numbers, and it's so quick and easy to do so. Okay, now this is part of the answer. In order to find the hypotenuse, which is the white dotted length, I also need to take a square root of this answer. So I press enter. I basically type in a square root, and I should not be typing in the answer again. There are many ways of typing it. I can copy paste it, Control C and Control V over here, but there's a very cool way of doing that also. I can press this ANS button, which basically copy pastes the previous answer again over here where the cursor is. So if I press ANS, I get this. Easy, saving a lot of time. And also I can type in ANS to get the same. So I've shown you 3 ways of copy pasting the same answer in the next step. And I press enter, and this is now everything that I see on the calculator screen. Now, what if I want to copy paste this entire working on my answer space because I want to show my working? For that, I just need to place my cursor at the right position and press this button over here which says image from calculator, and this is going to copy everything that you see from the calculator screen onto your answer space, all of the steps that you see. Okay, so I press it, and literally you see both of the steps that you saw on the calculator screen copy pasted with the correct formatting and with the answer as well. Okay, so since my answer is greater than 230, it is not possible for me to lift the storage unit into the room. All right, I'll also show you one more cool trick. You can even copy paste these calculations for as many times as you want. Okay, and one more thing, the copy pasting action also works on texts. This is a text that I've typed, so I can Control C and Control V it anywhere I want. This is basically really helpful if I want to type in repetitive steps and repetitive calculations, which I'm going to show you in a bit. And this is also helpful when you want to answer questions like test the general rule or verify the general rule, where the working is going to be repeated. Okay, so now we move forward and let's delete it. Deleting anything is really easy. You just select it and press the delete button or backspace button. It's going to delete it. All right. Let's move forward to the next question. This is basically a question. I'm going to erase the answers. In this question, we need to find the maximum possible value of h in terms of x. Now, to put it in easy words, I want to find the value of h. But my answer for h, which is the height of the storage unit, it's not going to be a number. It's going to have a number, but it also should have the symbol x in the answer as well. So now, again, the only linkage with h and x is the fact that it's a right angle triangle and I can apply Pythagoras. Now, in order to find the maximum possible value of h, which is the height of the storage unit, which can fit into the ceiling, I should make sure that I use this white dotted line to be as maximum as possible, which is allowed, which is the ceiling height of 230. Okay, so let's apply Pythagoras again, and I'm going to use simple text. H squared, press it again, plus, I think giving a space is going to be better, x square is equal to 230, press it again, square. Alright, so the next step would be calculating the square of 230. Now, if I want to write that step, one would say that I would have to type in all of this again. I would not do that, because I know the power of Control C and Control V, which is Command C and Command V. So I'm going to do that and press it in the next line. And I'll only be changing this answer just like this. I'm going to go to my calculator and type in 230 square. Now, how did I get a square without clicking the square button? I just press Shift and the hook sign above the 6. That's also a shortcut. And you get your answer as 52900. What if you don't want to type this answer? Well, you can type it as you can see it on the screen, but you can also copy paste this over here as well. So the power of copy pasting is immense. Now again, I want to find h, meaning h should be alone on one side. Should I be typing this again? No, I'm smart, so I would not type it again. Instead, I would simply do this and just need to basically come down, place an equal to sign, and have this guy with a minus sign and have this over here. Now, I would have done this on my rough notebook first, but I know that the x square, when it goes to the other side, it becomes a minus sign. All right. Now, I want to take a square root. And when you take a square root on both sides, I need to put the square root at with the correct formatting. I can't write sqrt bracket or something. I can't do that. Okay. So in order to insert proper math, I need to go to this editor. So I'll simply type in h is equal to, open a square root, 52900 minus x and have a square on top. X and have a square. and I think I forgot the minus sign, yeah, and that's it. Now I can insert multiple steps over here. So all those people who were thinking that, sir, should we like write one step at a time, or can I mention multiple steps at the same time and then press confirm? Yes, you can have multiple steps, and copy pasting also works inside this editor as well. So that's the power of saving time. So I'm just going to insert this, and this is my final answer for the value of h in terms of x, meaning I'm finding the answer of h, but my answer will not only contain a whole number, it will also contain the alphabet x, which it does. Now I want to find the value of h when x is 50, which means I need to use this formula. So I can either control C control V this, or maybe control C control V this. So copy paste it, it's down here again, and then I would basically double click this. So if you double click this, it re-enters itself. Now here's the cool part. I can edit this, copy this, paste it again, type in a 50 over here because x is 50 now when x is 50, and now I can simply go to my calculator, control C, this is copied. Because some of you might think that, sir, at least I would need to write all of this question down on my calculator, right? Yes, you would need to do that because that copy pasting did not work. So that's really easy. Just gonna do 52900 minus 50 square. Okay, and this is basically your answer. That's like the answer is typed. Just press enter. Let's come back here and press the copy from calculator button. Now there's one thing that you notice. I don't want all of these answers that I have. So just press backspace, backspace, backspace. Because the purpose of the copy from calculator button is copy everything that you see on the screen onto your answer space. Now it's always a good idea to round your answer. So the answer of h is simply going to be 224.5 or 50. You can just call it as a 5 centimeters. Always round your answers. Don't leave it like this. Now if you go down, you want to select the storage unit with the maximum volume. So it has to be the biggest, but also it should fit the room. The maximum allowed height that you can fit inside the room is 224.5, which means 225 is greater than 224.5, so this cannot be used. So the next maximum possible size is 220. That is why I will select a 220 as my answer. Now I want to find the volume of this. Finding the volume is really simple. Simply type volume is equal to length into width into height. Now how do I know that the length and width are 50 and 50 and the height is this? This is not a 2D shape, it's actually a 3D shape, because if you look at the video again, he clearly mentions that it is a square based prism, meaning the base is a square. So this is actually a square base where 50 is going to be the width, okay, and the height is again a 220. So 50 into 50 into 220, and the volume is going to be equal to, let's jump into the calculator, not the formula sheet. I think the formula for a prism is also given and a cuboid is also given. It's really cool that we look into the formulas. So that is going to be a cuboid, length into width into height. We've used this exactly, and you can also think of it as a prism. It's the same thing. So looking at the calculator, we simply need to do 50 into 50. Now how do I insert this sign without clicking the symbol? I pressed shift and the star symbol, which is above the number 8, but you can just press this, okay, and then multiply by 220. So you get this answer. I would simply try another trick. Copy paste, control C. Let's see the magic happen. Control V. You see that? I don't even need to press copy from calculator. I can directly copy from the calculator screen. So I hope that all of these tricks have been really helpful in making sure that you understand how are you supposed to write down your answers. And the unit is going to be centimeter cube because it's volume. So just press in the power button and you can write in a cube over it. You can even make your answers go bold so that the examiner can actually see your answers on first sight and give you the mark. So make sure to use these tips and hopefully you will save a lot of time in the exam. Just make sure that you know how are you supposed to write your answers, how many working steps do you need to show. Basically 1 mark should be reserved for the answer and the other mark should be used for the working. All the best.